Turnpike Roads? When? Why? How? And do Turnpike Roads still exists? Well, let's see. To begin with, when and why were the Turnpike Roads made? And when? Well, Turnpike Roads were made from the 17th century, but especially during the 18th and 19th centuries. They were made because the old roads that they used to have for horse and carriage would take days to get from Edinburgh to London. On a Turnpike Road, took a couple of hours. They were made because normal roads were dangerous. People hiding in bushes, when they would come, they would kill the driver and steal all the money and cash he had on him. Obviously, the roads were really bumpy and were not comfy to ride on. You would find it inside the car, which the Turnpike Roads did not improve, but it made it quicker, so you went in it as long. So you could class that as comfiness, but it wasn't as bumpy. It was safe for the horse and carriage, so that the wheels wouldn't fall off. If the wheel fell off, you could topple over and really hurt yourself. So that's one of the main reasons why they were built, and they were built obviously in the 17th century. And obviously, eventually, they were during the 18th and 19th century they were used until the steam train and steam power came in and took over. So how do they work? Well, as you can see in the picture there, you have a horse, you have a carriage, you have a man waiting at the gate, and a gate either end of the road. So how do they work? How did they work? They work by having a new built road, so the road will be resurfaced, rebuilt, and will have gates at either end. So you have a gate to get in and a gate at the end, and you have to pay. You would have to pay to cross it. It was nicer to ride along and was quicker. So you could get from point A to point B 10 times quicker than if you didn't use a turnpike road. If you're riding a horse and carriage, you wouldn't have to pay to. If you're riding it as like a coach these days you have to. It was like one of them back then. Then you wouldn't have to pay because the company would pay for you. But if you were just walking or you were going to the market, you would have to pay. But that meant that you could take your food or your product, like your swords or whatever, to the market, and you could actually sell them there, but not just in your home market. You could go to different markets in your area. So you could say, if you lived in Manchester, you could go to the market in Liverpool, you could go to the market in Stockport, and places like that. Also, the money made from here would be split. Half of it would go back into the businesses to improve the roads even more, and if they got damaged, they would be able to afford it. And then half of it would be kept as profit for the person who makes the roads and looks after them. The Turnpike Trust is now the people who look after the Turnpike Roads, who is the old Turnpike Roads that are still left in England. They look after them now, the Turnpike Trust. There was around 1,000 Turnpike Trusts left, and Turnpike Roads were around 30. There was about 30 miles of Turnpike Roads in England, and just in England. I don't know about the rest of the UK, but I know in England 30 miles. And also they were safer because the people the night watchers who would come out at night, kill the driver, take the money, and then leave everyone else. Obviously they couldn't get on there unless they paid. So they're not going to pay to just rob someone and get caught. So they weren't there. Obviously the other roads were still there, but they didn't really rob anyone because most horse and carriages would go down these roads now to get more customers. Well, anyway guys, welcome back to Haunted History. If you want more videos like Turnpike Roads, learning about history in your country, whether that's the UK, next month we're going to start doing the USA, then we're going to move to Germany, and whatever countries you want. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss your country, and enjoy the rest of the video. Well, do they still exist? Well, the answer to that is a short yes. Yes, they do still exist, but instead of being called a turnpike road, they're now called toll roads. So there's one on the motorways in England. You go up, you have a barrier and a box, you would pull in, and they would say, yep, you would pay, and they would go through. So they still used the same way as they did back in the 1780s and 19th centuries. You would park up, you would pay, the barrier would go up, you would drive through. Obviously, it's all online now, all automatic, all online now. Yeah, no having to pay there. Some people still want you to pay there so you don't forget. But there's a bridge called the Mersey Bridge in Liverpool, which is a toll pay bridge, but instead of paying at the end, you just pay online now. So they still do exist, but not in the same way they did back then. And they're also called toll roads now. They charge you for going across. And on obviously the motorways, you can either not pay but go a longer way around, or you can pay and go the faster way. So these are mostly used not because the roads are nice now, all the roads are the same in this modern day and age, but because they're quicker to get to the destination you want to be getting to. So you want to be getting to your family or your holiday quicker, you might pay the extra £5 to go through quicker. But if you're not that bothered, obviously you can stay on the slower road and get there a bit later, maybe like 20 minutes later. So they are worth it, but it's if you want to pay it or not. And as you can see in the bottom of the picture there, is what a modern toll road looks like. Well anyway guys, if you enjoyed, make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss more videos like this one. Okay, Haunted History also have shorts, so you want to go check out them. There's more videos about the royal family on the channel too. So you can subscribe down below, like down below, then click the HH icon and that'll take you straight to the channel's page with the rest of the family, but where you have the great famous people and videos about the royal family and an insight into their lives. So if you enjoyed, make sure you do subscribe and like, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.